I never finished ACOTAR. I skipped Twisted Hate. I read book 4 before book 3. I own Onyx Storm, the expensive one, and still haven't read it yet. Apparently, I commit crimes against the bookish community daily. So today, we're doing my biggest bookish confessions. If I put down a series for any reason at all, I probably won't touch that series for years. Criminal, I know. And most of the time I notice this happening because I move a lot, which leads me to my next one. I have not finished ACOTAR. I started reading it, I was obsessed with it, I flew through books 1 through 3, and then I moved. I just haven't picked it back up yet. A lot of it has to do with spoilers. I see a lot of content about it and I try to skip, but you still see some things. So I guess I'm just trying to wait for all of that stuff to be forgotten. I'm not DNFing, I just haven't picked them back up. That leads me to another one. I have not finished Onyx Storm and I have the sought after Target edition. Actually, I have 2 editions of this book. That one was because I was on a work trip in Virginia when the book had started to come out, and I just got back to Hawaii. And then I found out the next book would not come out for years. So yeah, I didn't pick it up yet. Now that the next book is coming out, I might read it or I might save it for later. I don't know. I have not finished Throne of Glass. And this one really does trigger me. Because same thing happened. I was in the middle of moving and I got stuck on Throne of Glass multiple times. I think I have attempted to read Throne of Glass at least 8 times. I have this thing where I think things look familiar or feel familiar, sound familiar, whatever, and then I get annoyed and I put it down. I did end up DNFing Throne of Glass, just completely just toss it aside. And this is at over 80%, by the way. I ended up DNFing it, and now... What's my reason now? My reason now is basically that I really wanted to do the tandem read with the physical books, but I wasn't going to pay full price. So I'm definitely if I buy one, I have to have them all. And so I waited a long time to find a good deal on these books. And I recently found the whole set of Throne of Glass at Marshall's for very cheap. So now I might pick that up soon. I might do the tandem read. I have not finished the Shatter Me series. Yeah. I moved again. Ironically, I think I was on the last one too, but I was checking these books out from my local library and I moved away. So, yeah. Didn't finish it. I don't intentionally DNF series. Life just attacks me. If anything, it's a soft DNF because I don't plan on never finishing them. I constantly read out of order. I read It Starts With Us before It Ends With Us, because I genuinely thought it was the first book. And I know what you're thinking, Colleen Hoover. But no, it's not because it's a bad book or anything like that. It's just because I already know what happens. Yeah, I haven't read it. I did really like It Ends With Us. Starts With Us. It Starts With Us. I watched the movie, though. It's okay. I don't know what the actual name of that book is. Songbirds and Snakes? Songbirds and Snakes? Songbirds and... I forget all the time where I put this book on my shelf. Every freaking time, too. This is the other one, and there's no book beside it. You would think I would just put them in the same spot. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? I don't remember what it's called. I also don't remember where I put it. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I skipped it. I own it. It was given to me. But yeah, I skipped it. Watch the movie, though. The Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver. I read that out of order, too. I accidentally read book 4 before book 3. Minimal spoilers, not that bad. I've only read The Deal in the Off-Campus series, and I don't really know why. 'Cause I am interested. That's not true. I've actually read Love Song by in the same universe. Yeah, it's about the kids. Because of Spotify, I got the audiobook. I'm not mad about it. There were minimal spoilers. It's not that bad. Through Your Window series, I think I mistakenly picked up the third book and I read that. And so now I just haven't read the second book. Why am I like this? What else have I read out of order? Yeah, I think those are the biggest ones that I've read out of order. Oh no, I forgot to read King of Greed. Again, due to a move, it came out and I was moving and I had the physical book, and so I wasn't gonna buy the ebook or anything like that. Yeah, forgot to read it. Forgot to read it. I plan on going back. Love me some Anna Huang. Like, no lie. Love her. But, which, speaking of Anna Huang, brings me to my next point. Because this is a really bad habit of mine. I struggle to convince myself to read books about siblings. And that's why I didn't read Twisted Hate. Because I read the sister's book. Why do I want to read about the brother? It's weird. No, thank you. But people have said that that is one of their favorite ones in the series. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to it. I do own it. I don't know. I don't know. I struggle because I did notice this in Caraval, which is one of my favorite series of all times. I read the first book, fell in love with it, found out the second book was about the sister, and I was like, I don't want to read this. I'm so glad that I did because it was amazing. One of my favorite trilogies of all time. Favorite. Next one I'm struggling with is The Darkness Within Us, The Shadows Within Us, that series. I read the first one. I liked it. Not bad. The second one I found out was about the sister, and I already despise the sister, so I don't want a redemption story, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I struggle to read books that involve siblings. My longest currently reading book is The Merciless Ones by Namina Forna. And this isn't like a multitude of things. I moved. I was reading it on the airplane, and then I landed in Florida, had my little home time, and then I flew somewhere else and I left the book. So yeah, by the time I got the book in my possession again, I forgot a lot of what was happening because this is the second book in the series. I forgot a lot of what was happening, and so I decided that I needed to reread from the beginning. There will come a day when I pick this book back up. I promise. I think in my Goodreads, I don't remember what it is in my Goodreads right now, but I have a receipt, I think is my bookmark. No, it's it was a security sticker. That's what it was for the book. I found it in the book, and that's what I've been using. But yes, this is my longest currently reading book. It was kind of funny. It's really funny. I'm about to DNF Quicksilver. Yeah. I own 2 editions of this. I bought the Waterstones edition when I was in London, and then I have the special edition because it was just beautiful, like with a new cover and everything. And then I started to read it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm about to DNF it. This might be my most criminal one yet. I don't like to reread. And it's crazy because these are expensive. That's not to say I never will. There is a particular book on the shelf that I have read over 10 times. It's my favorite book. But yeah. Something about rereading and finding something familiar really aggravates me. And I'm just like, why am I wasting my time again? But then you have the stories that you're genuinely in love with, which I've found so many recently that potentially I could start rereading. Obviously, I have shelf trophies. That might be my most criminal one yet. I think that one's pretty bad. I really like the Crave series. Yes. The ones that everybody canceled. I thought the story was genuinely very unique. I've never read a story about a gargoyle. I thought it was great. And then she got canceled. And I was devastated because these books were good. They were so good. But hey, now that she's innocent, I guess we can start liking them again, right? I never took them off my shelf for this reason, because cancel culture is crazy. It's crazy. They have sat on my shelf full display this whole time. Oh well. I will continuously compare Priory of the Orange Tree to Arcane all day long. I love talking about it. I love talking about the similarities and how they mimic each other and how they're both so freaking amazing. And I won't go a day without recommending one or the other. But then when I tell people, hey, you should read this book if you really like that, and they pick up this brick, and they're like, oh no, absolutely not. But all day long, compared to Arcane. I am actively hunting down the whole Boys of Tommen series at the TJ Maxx and Marshall's pricing. And I think I've spent just as much in gas as I would have just ordering the deluxe editions from Barnes & Noble. Yeah. Oh well. I still need book 4. Book 4 is the only one I don't have. So my last bookish confession is actually one of my favorite stories to tell. My favorite souvenir to take from a country is actually a book. It's not that many, I promise. I haven't been to that many countries. I chose The Alchemist because I had a deep connection to it. So when I finally was able to start traveling, I wanted to collect a souvenir. I didn't want a t-shirt or anything like that. I wanted a book from each country that I went to. I was like, which book has been translated the most? I was gifted my first copy when I was going through the loss of my grandmother by a friend. Thank you, Giancarlo. And I loved the book. So I have one I picked up in Ecuador. It's in Spanish. One in French that I picked up in France. This one is in English, but it's a cute little hardcover edition. And I picked it up when I went to London. So I have those. And the only country I'm missing is Aruba, but I didn't start this souvenir journey yet. So I don't have one from Aruba, but maybe I'll go back. Maybe I'll get one. Yes, I love to collect The Alchemist as a souvenir from the countries I visit. So maybe I'm a chaotic reader, but that's what makes reading fun. But I do want to know, what are your biggest bookish confessions? Let me know in the comments.